Well, hello, this is Larry Nimmer with his announcer voice, announcing that this is a spectacular video of my great nephew, Lawson, in Virginia. And I'm only going to spend about 45 seconds editing it, but I want Lawson to see that he's important and he's on my YouTube channel. But
Well,
yeah, I have some questions for you, but you can start off with some questions for me.
no, you can start off with me. It's fine.
Okay, well, let's see. Why you wanted to talk to me because I have a lot of YouTube followers,
Yeah, subscribers. Yeah.
subscribers. Well, you know how I got a lot?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. I made a movie about Michael Jackson. Do you know who Michael Jackson is? The singer
Yeah,
that,
singer.
yeah, he's not living anymore. But I made a movie about him, and then a lot of people followed me after I made that. So that's how I got lots of followers. And the way I got the job to work for Michael Jackson, I'm a professional videographer, or I could also call myself a filmmaker. And maybe you're a professional now
But
too. What?
I
What'd you
saw
say?
your website.
Yeah, okay, good. So you saw
And
I have some of the videos I've made on my website, but I've made a lot more because
yeah.
I've been making videos for 50 years, and I probably average about 20 videos a year or so, maybe. But some of them are just short little things, and others are documentaries. Now, would you like to become a professional filmmaker, videographer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, you're started perfectly. I started at age 10 doing still photography, just taking photos, and then
Oh,
I
animation, like stop motion animation.
well, I wasn't doing animation. I just took photos. But have you done stop motion animation?
Yeah, I do a lot of it.
No, that's cool. Nice. Well, good idea. So you're doing even more than I did at 10 years old. I only took pictures. I didn't do any animation. Um,
Yeah.
and then well, when I went to college, I didn't know what I wanted to do for a living, but I knew there were photography classes in the architecture department. So I became an architecture major and I took photography classes. And one day I made a film, and my teacher said, "Well, you're a better filmmaker than you are a photographer. You should go into that." So then I went to college graduate school for broadcasting, and I learned that. And then while I was in college, I applied for an internship at a TV station. That means you can work at the TV station, but they don't pay you, and it's only like for 6 months or something. But someday maybe you can get an internship either at a TV station or at a production company. Production company is a people that make videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a few questions for you to start off.
Okay.
Why, why did you start doing YouTube?
Well, because it's the best way, the easiest way for a filmmaker to have his stuff seen.
That
Like,
makes sense.
yeah, I could make a. I was so happy with, I was producing videos before there was YouTube, and no one ever saw my videos. And then all of a sudden, when YouTube came along and I posted it, people could see it around the world. It was just a great thing. Okay.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, my second question
Well,
is what
actually,
first
let me back up on that first question. I often get jobs that like I have a job of a dancer, and she wants me to videotape her dance performance once a month. And I video it, and then I post it on YouTube, and I email her the link to the video, and then she can share the link to the video to anybody in an email or on social media. So a lot of my jobs I get paid for, but then I post them on YouTube so that everybody can see it, like my clients want them to be seen. So that's just something about that.
Okay, so my second question is what is your first ever video? The first one you ever made.
Okay, my first ever video, I think, was called City Soul. And I made it in high school. And and the way I made it, I don't think it's on I don't think that movie's on YouTube, but what it was I wrote it down ahead of time. I wrote a script, but the script can be anything you want. And it's often helpful to write things down beforehand. And so what I wrote is, I'm going to start off with a shot of a parking meter and the thing going to violation. So I wrote that down, first shot. And then the second shot, I thought, I'm going to get a shot of a police car. So that was my second shot. So I wrote this all down, and then I went out and shot it. And I shot it on Super 8 film, which doesn't really exist anymore. Oh, have you done
first
what?
ever?
Yeah.
Was it like the first editing app?
Well, it was before there were apps. I had to cut the film up and put a little piece of tape between each piece of film. And it was a long reel of film, and I put it on a viewer. It's before there was anything digital, before there were any apps. So you actually would cut the film and then splice it together. And that's how it was done in the old days. But do you do any editing?
Yeah, I do editing.
What app do you have?
I have a lot, but my third question is, how did you get so many subscribers?
Okay. Well, I got a lot of subscribers because I made something about Michael Jackson and everybody wanted to see it. But another way I got a lot of subscribers is one day I was at my local coffee shop, and I saw there were people gathering under a tree near me. And I said, well, what's going on? And I was told, well, it's Vice President Al Gore. His daughter's getting married. So it was the Vice President of the United States. So I got out my phone and I filmed it. And then I posted it on YouTube, and then I got a lot more followers. So if you're ever around something that's of interest, like if you saw an accident happen or something that the news is interested in, if you filmed it and then posted it, you might get a lot of followers too. But you could get a lot of followers by making a really cool video. And in a moment, I have an idea of a video you could do. But yes.
Oh, and when you start asking me questions, I might show you a few, like a minute of one of my films.
Okay, sounds good.
But my fourth question is, what is your favorite part of YouTube?
Well, my phone's blowing up. Let's see who's messaging me. Well, something about my son fishing. What's my favorite part about YouTube? Well, I like some of the features. One feature I like of YouTube is if I have a 5-minute video, let's say, and 3 minutes in, there's the best part. A feature on YouTube is I can pause it at that time, and then I right mouse click and I click on copy URL at current spot. And then if I email it to somebody, that copied URL, the video will start at that spot. So you can have it start anywhere you want when you send it. So that's one feature I like. Another feature I like is I can have my own thumbnail or freeze frame by I can choose one of three from that YouTube offers me, but then I can also have my own that I sometimes do. Do you know how to make a thumbnail or a still frame from your video?
Yeah, my friend gave me this like cool picture editing app, and I have been creating thumbnails for videos that don't even exist.
Wow, that's funny. That's a good idea. Another way I do thumbnails sometimes is I just do a screen grab, which you can just do. I have a Mac computer. Do you have a Mac or a PC?
Right here, Mac.
Is that a Mac?
Yeah, it just has.
You have a lot of stickers on it. Here's my, let's see, I'm gonna unplug so you can, I have two computers. I'm on a laptop right now, but next to me, I have my desktop computer. And right now, I was capturing video, but let's see, I'm capturing old, I'm gonna stop the recording. And here's a project I'm doing. I'm editing in Premiere. It's But anyway, so yeah, I used to have a PC or Windows, but Mac is good to have. I particularly like Mac because I can transfer things easy by AirDrop from my phone to my computer.
Yeah, I have two computers too. I also have like another, but
Okay, nice. Okay, next question.
how long have you been doing YouTube?
I've been doing YouTube for 52 years. And I'm 72 now. So I started when I was about, well, maybe no, I probably haven't done YouTube that long. I don't think it's been around that long. But anyway, I've been doing ever since YouTube started, I was thrilled, and I've been doing it ever since. I also put my videos on Facebook and Instagram. And have you ever used Facebook?
No, neither Instagram, but my mom uses
Yeah,
Instagram.
well, you could use Facebook and Instagram and also post your videos. If you have a video on YouTube, you can just copy the URL. You know what the URL is?
Yeah, I know what you are.
Yeah. Well, you can copy the URL and paste it in Instagram or Facebook, and then the video
Yeah.
is right there too.
I've asked my mom to get me an Instagram account, but she said that I'm too young.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Okay, question number 6 is any suggestions for beginning YouTubers?
Yeah, I was going to suggest this to you. Anything that you're an expert on, you should make a video about it. And do you know what you're an expert on? I know what you're an expert on.
What?
You're an expert on being a 10-year-old boy. Because and so if you made videos showing what it's like to be a 10-year-old boy, others may be interested. You just have
I
to.
made a video for my birthday where I turned 10.
Okay, well, good. And one of the key things is you don't want the video to be boring, so you want it to be short. Short helps, and sometimes a lot of edits help. But I think if you made a video of a day in the life of Lawson, and you show yourself getting up and what you eat for breakfast and how you get to school and what's it like sitting in your chair in the classroom and what your friends are like. And by the way, my granddaughter Charlie just arrived with her mom Rosa. You want to say hi, Rosa and Charlie? This is Lawson. Lawson is, it's a little complicated, but Michelle's.
Yeah, I'm his wife's cousin's son.
Nice.
And this is my wife's daughter and granddaughter, and so she's my stepdaughter and my granddaughter. I don't call her my step granddaughter. Anyway, so those are some of your relatives there.
Where do you live?
Midlothian,
In
Virginia.
Virginia.
Nice.
Yeah. And we got in touch with them ever since I did an interview with Stan. Stan, I think, is a relative of yours, maybe a great grandfather.
Yeah, he's my great grandfather.
Yeah.
My grandmother watched that video.
Okay, good. By the way,
After she saw that video, that's the real reason we even emailed you to set this up.
Okay, good. By the way, another way you can make videos is by doing interviews on Zoom like we're doing now. And you could call up your friend and, let's see. Charlie wants to show you her little doll. But anyway, I think an interesting YouTube video would be for you to call up do a Zoom interview with one of your friends and ask them about what it's like being a kid, like what's your favorite game, what's your favorite food, your favorite thing to do, and post that because you're an expert on all things kids. But
yeah, that's a great idea, actually.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Well, by the way, the more you can be real and not fake in a way, the more interesting that is. So you shouldn't pretend like you shouldn't pretend anything, just try to make it real. But you can pretend stuff is good too, but I'm just saying you're an expert. Oh, this is my wife Tara. That's Lawson.
That's
Your cousin is my grandmother.
yeah, I figured out the connection at first. They lost me.
Yeah.
My wife, I was like, what?
Nice to meet you.
But I heard the name Stan.
Stan's the key name. Okay, next question.
Yeah, it's number 7. What is your favorite grade in? What is your favorite grade in school? Yeah, and subject. You can do subject too.
Okay. Well, it's hard to say what my favorite grade was, but maybe 3rd grade, because when I was in 3rd grade, are you in 3rd grade?
I'm in 4th actually.
Okay. Well, when I was 10 or 11, and maybe that was 3rd or 4th grade, we had a sand block factory, and we made sand blocks, and I got to be the foreman of it, and that was one of my happiest times. So that was pretty fun. But then college was also really fun because I went away from home and I had some great new experiences. But anyway, that maybe answers that question.
Yeah, and then your favorite subject of school?
Oh,
This is all grades.
yeah, my favorite subject was photography or filmmaking. I also liked French because I went to Switzerland and learned some French. I liked art, and I liked anthropology, and I liked psychology. Psychology means how you think about things and being able to control your thoughts.
My 8th question is, as a kid, what did you want your job to be?
Oh, I didn't really know, but at one point I thought a fireman. Another time I thought I might be an anthropologist. I might go to places and dig in the ground and see if I could find ruins. But other than that, I just didn't have any idea until I was actually making money doing photography and video. Oh, I should tell you what my first main job was. My first main job was doing candid school portraits. And the way I did it was I called the school up and I said, can I come? I have a business. I take candid portraits of kids in school. And they said, okay. So I went to the school. They weren't paying me or anything. And I took a lot of portraits of the kids. And then I came back and I posted them on the wall. And the parents could buy the pictures of their kids. And that's how I made money. What?
So you did make money.
Yeah. So that's one way to make money. Another way you could make money, actually, my 12-year-old granddaughter, Jade, who's the daughter of Rosa, who was just here, she was asking me what's the way she could make money? And one way I thought is I could, kids could interview people. And so you could have a business of making videos of older people's life stories, kind of like I did with Stan. And you could, and maybe just charge them $5 or something to begin with and say, I'll do an interview with you and post it on YouTube about your life, and then you can have a video about your life. That's one way you could make money, possibly. Okay, next question.
My 9th question is, how many kids do you have? And their names and ages.
Yeah, I have 2 boys, Andrew and Stephen. They're 37 and 40. But now since I married Tara, I have some stepkids. Rosa's 35 or so. Nico's about 28, and Lily, she's about 22.
Lily, that's the
Lily.
name of my cousin.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, and Lily, Tara's daughter, she spells her name Lili. But there also was another Lily in the family, Stan's sister, who just died. She was like 97 years old. And
Yeah, my grandmother wondered if, like, my grandmother is here with me, not
Yeah.
Tara's cousin. But yeah, she wondered if that Lily was why my cousin name is Lily.
Oh, probably, yeah, I would guess so. And
And
she,
it might also be why that cousin's name is Lily.
yeah, right.
Anytime.
Her full name was Lillian, but she also went by the name Lily. And by the way,
Oh, well, my cousin is Liliana, but she goes by Lily.
oh, well, what do you know? Tara's daughter, Lily, her real name is Liliana. That's funny.
It's
By
funny.
by the way, you could see an interview I did with Lillian by searching Lillian O'Reilly and then maybe put in my last name too, Nimmer, and it should probably come up. I did a few interviews with her.
Okay, my 10th and last question on my list, at least.
By the way, you're a really good interviewer, and you'd be good making more shows like this. But yeah,
My 10th and last on the list is, how did you get connected with Michael Jackson to do that interview with him, on him?
okay. Well, that's one of my secrets on how to make a living doing videography. And the way I did it is I tried thousands of things to make money. I did this, I did that, and only maybe 1 out of 1,000 or maybe 1 out of 100 things I tried worked. And one of the things I did was I was making videos for attorneys, for lawyers in court cases. And I went to their meetings and I showed them, these are some examples of videos I make. And by doing that, one of the attorneys that watched my free presentation, he was an attorney for Michael Jackson, and then he hired me, and then that's how I got to work for Michael Jackson.
Oh,
That's okay.
So yeah, so the idea there is you have to try a lot of things and only a few of them will actually work. Okay, any other questions, or should I ask you some questions?
you should start asking me some questions.
Okay. By
Yeah.
the way, I'm making a movie right now about my I go to a festival called the Burning Man Festival once a year. And I've been for 20 years now, and I'm making a film about it. That's what's on the other screen. Okay, I wrote down some questions to ask you. Let's see, where did I put them? I put them in a Microsoft Word document. Okay, well, the first question is, I answered it for you, but you can see if you have any other answers. What are you an expert in?
Probably clay. That's what I do with stop motion animation, clay.
Okay.
Which actually, I have the video pulled up if you want to watch the first video of the thing I made.
Okay. And by the way, did you just zoom out? That was pretty cool. How it zoomed out for a moment. I wonder, did you zoom it out or did?
No, I don't think I zoomed it out.
Okay. Well,
But
one of my suggestions for you is you could make a video on how to make stop motion animation. Okay, let's see.
okay, so here's a minute of this video, which is only like 3 minutes in total.
Okay.
Welcome to the Alien Fort, where you will have lots of fun. That was Bob. He doesn't have a mouth. Thank you for coming. It's really nice seeing you here. Aha! Now I will follow them and find out where their food is so I can eat it. Food.
This is Lawson's video. Hey, that's pretty cool. Oh, 1 hour later, yeah?
Hurry, Snake, I'm ready for food. Hey, you want a snack? Sure. This is the funny part. Okay, I'll go get one.
Well, that's very cool, Lawson. It's good animation you're doing.
Yeah, thanks for liking it.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I like your titles too. Good title.
ooh, that must be their source of food. I guess I'll take it. He ate the coin. Yeah, okay. Any viewers out there who's watching this video, if you want to finish watching that video, just go to ARYAEMBER2. It's a YouTube channel. It's mine.
Nice. That's a good shout out you just made. That was a good video. I liked it.
Well, that's just the first minute of it.
Yeah. Well, one thing that would make it a little bit better is if you moved it a little bit less each time so that it was more smooth, the movement. But
Yeah,
that
that was the first. I made 17.
17, wow.
Well, 16. One of them's an introduction. It always is me talking. So
Okay. Now, so I was asking you, what are you an expert at? So you're an expert at animation, and that's why I suggested you make a film on. Actually, what you could do is you could make a film on how you make the film, and then show the whole film. And so that's
other films.
okay. What else? I bet you're an expert at some other things. I bet you're an expert at choosing candy in a candy store. You're an expert at knowing how to talk to other 10-year-old kids. You're an expert on what 10-year-old kids like, and stuff like that.
Not always. I mean, most 10-year-old kids don't like the same things as me.
That could be true. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't like sports, and a lot of 10-year-old kids do. So
Okay, well, that's, yeah, so you just like certain things. That's how most people are. They don't like everything. Now I had some advice to you on how to make a living, and that is coming up with ideas of video projects and then seeing if you could sell them. And so one I told you is if you could say, I'm going to make video interviews with people and I'm going to charge them and then send them the link. So you could do that, and you could come up with the questions of their life story. You could also find questions online, but it should be things like, where were you born? What was your profession? What was the
like
best?
the one I asked you, right?
Yeah, exactly. And those were good questions you asked me. Yeah. And maybe have 20 questions asked them during the interview.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
only do 10.
and when you do that, it's good if you can ask follow-up questions. Like if you ask the question of what's your favorite dessert, and they say strawberry shortcake, then a follow-up question might be, well, where do you get your strawberry shortcake, or who makes it, or how do you make it? So before you go on to your next question, you can try to ask more things about that first question. Other ways to make money. Yeah.
Questions?
Okay. What?
Any other questions for me?
Yeah, let's see. Well, yeah. What's your favorite food and your least favorite food?
Vegetables are my least favorite food. I hate vegetables, except really peas. That's the only one I really like.
Peach?
Actually. Peas.
Peas. Okay.
That's the only vegetable I like. But then my favorite food, I really like gummy things.
Yeah. Gummy tails?
No, gummy things.
Gummy things. Okay, gotcha. Okay, next question. What's easy for you to do and what's hard for you to do?
It's pretty easy for me to stand up.
Good answer.
And it's pretty hard for me to jump off of a 10-story building and do a backflip at the same time
Yeah.
while eating a hamburger.
While eating a hamburger.
That's basically impossible for me to do.
And would it be even harder if it was a cheeseburger?
Huh?
I said, would it be even harder if it was a cheeseburger? But probably not. Silly question. Okay, next question. By the way, I have one of the ways I make money is I ask questions of people in my city where I live. And then I ask 5 people each week the question. Last week, the question was, what's good about this world? And I write down the answer, I take the picture, and I put it in the newspaper. Oh, and that's something you could do too. It's called the man on the street question, because
I don't really think I have enough money to get it in the newspaper.
well, you don't even need to get the newspaper. What you can do is you come up with a question like, what did you like about being a kid? And then you ask 5 grown-ups that question, and then you write down their answer, and you write down their name, and you take their picture, and then you have 5 answers, 5 pictures, and 5 names, and then you send that to the newspaper and say, this is a column I do, and I could do this every week or once a month. That'd be fun, actually. They would like to have a kid asking the question of the week. And then they would start paying you. Often to make money, you do the first one for free. And you do it for free on your own and you give it to them. But then if they like it, then they'll pay for more of it. So
That's a great idea.
oh,
I
thank
might
you.
try that.
Okay. And I've been doing that for 20 years in my local paper. And I started off getting paid $35 each week. And 20 years later, I'm still paid $35 a week, which isn't that much really, but some people could be paid more for that. But on that one, I'm not doing it to make money. But yeah, that's a good idea, because grown-ups would like to see that. They'd be curious, how does a kid interview people? And if you do that, you have to come up with questions that don't have a yes or no answer, because a yes or no answer would not be that interesting. Like, do you like broccoli? You know, they say yes or no. You know, that answer is not too interesting. But if you ask a question that has
Like what I did, like, what is your favorite part of YouTube, or how did you get connected with Michael Jackson?
yeah, although, but to just go up to somebody on the street, you have to ask a question that anybody could answer. So you might ask them, what's your favorite food? Or you might ask them, what scares you? You could also search online good questions to ask people. I do that now and then. But I've probably done about 3,000 questions now in my columns over the years. And I try to do a new question each week. And one way I come up with a question is I look at the person, I think, what would I ask them? So right now I'm going to look at you, and let's say I was going to have to ask a new question. I'd say, I might ask the question, what's hard about being 10 years old?
That's actually a pretty hard one.
Yeah, that isn't an easy question. Maybe something else I'd ask is, what scares you?
The dark. I really don't like the dark.
Okay, well, that would be a good answer in my column, because other people could relate to that. The one, they would want to know what scares you. And then if they also are afraid of the dark and they see you say it, they'll feel better that they're afraid, that they're that way, because they know somebody else has the same answer. Anyway, I could help you with that if you ever needed it. By the way, I'm also happy to chat with you more another time, or more times on Zoom. And I could also help you make money with a column or something like this. And let's see, let me ask you 2 more questions. I'm going to make up 2 more questions. Well, one thing I like to do is I like to ask quiz questions of people. And the art of the quiz question is to make it a little bit hard, but not so hard that they'll have a hard time doing it. So I'm going to ask you the question, name 4 things that fly.
A bird, a
1,
plane,
2.
a helicopter, and not me.
Okay, so you're not one. That's 3 so far.
Yeah.
Name 1 more.
Saying that I don't fly.
Okay, that's
and like an RC helicopter, like a drone.
Okay, good. By the way, I have a drone, and it wasn't that expensive. Well, it's maybe for you it'd be expensive. It was probably like $600 or $700, but drones get really good shots. And
I would only have $100 left if I bought that.
yeah, well, that's okay. But maybe someday if you come out to California, you could come to my house and use my drone. So let's see. So that was the first question. I'll ask you one more quiz question. See, that was kind of a perfect quiz question, because it wasn't too hard, but you had to think a little bit. I'm going to now ask you, okay, close your eyes. Okay, don't open them. What color shirt do I, no, don't, what color shirt do I have on?
Black.
Right, now you can open them.
I accidentally opened them.
Well, let me ask a different question. I
Okay.
bet I know where you have a boo-boo on you, a scrape. Do you know where you have one?
A scrape?
Yeah,
My whole body. Really, the
that's
biggest one?
that's the one I was thinking of. I saw it on
Well,
TV.
yeah, well, it's not, I mean, it's really, I fall a lot. Last time me falling on the other knee actually led to something getting inside my body and me being sick.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
by the way, that's a good question you could ask for if you had a column, like, what have you been sick with, or how have you gotten hurt in the past, or something like that. Okay, well, Lawson, and maybe it's about that time to wrap this up, but did you have any
yeah,
other?
well,
Yeah, go ahead.
before you go, I have one more thing.
Yeah.
I can play like a short snippet of the beginning of the hardest song in the world. Did you know that?
Oh, really? And what is the hardest song?
Well, I have a piano right in front of me if you want to hear it. It's
Okay.
called Rush E,
Okay, cool.
but
Let's.
I have a piano right in front of me if you want to hear it.
Wow, you're good. That was good.
That's all I can play though.
Okay, but that looked like that part was hard. Well, good going, Lawson. So let's do this again. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks from now, you can have your mom or grandma contact me and we'll set up another Zoom call. And then I can give you more ideas on what videos to make or how to make money.
Yeah, well, if you're watching this, please subscribe to ARYAEMBER2 on YouTube. Remember2. That's me.
Okay, the crazy thing is I've never subscribed to anybody on YouTube because I just never thought of it. It's funny, like
Oh,
someone.
you did. You subscribed to me. You
Okay,
subscribed
that's
to a lot
true.
of other
I
people.
think you're the first person I subscribed to
I
because.
saw a lot of other people in your subscriptions. Maybe your family subscribed to someone for you or something.
Oh, okay. But you mean, so you saw that I am subscribing to various people? I didn't even know that. Maybe I have over the years, but yeah, I was happy to subscribe to you. And most of people don't see my videos by going to YouTube. Most of them see them on Facebook or Instagram, or if I send them a link. But okay, well, it's good talking with you,
Yeah,
Lawson.
but I can't wait for you to post this on YouTube.
Okay, sounds good on YouTube. Okay, that's what will
Well,
happen then.
thank you so much for chatting with me.
Okay, my pleasure. Let's do it again.
Yeah, maybe one day we can.
Okay, we'll see you, Lawson.
Bye.
Bye bye.